Muharram and the first 10 days and 10 nights are now over. The Majana is slowly taking their flags. Everyone's starting to get into routine. What we need to understand is that after the sacrifice on the 10th of Abu Abdullah Al-Hussain, Abu Abdullah upheld his duty and upheld his sacrifice. But at that very moment, there's a new duty that came, which was the duty of Sayeda Zaynab, alayha afdal salati wa salam. Imam al-Hussain was one part of Karbala. The other part needed to be spread, and that was the duty of Sayeda Zaynab. Arguably, Karbala would not have reached us had it not been for Sayeda Zaynab, for her words, for her stance, for everything that she did in patience, protection, message. And just like Sayeda Zaynab, alayha afdal salati wa salam, took it upon herself that at the conclusion of the sacrifice, when she's taken it, just like Sayeda Zaynab took upon herself after the conclusion of Karbala, after the sacrifice of Abu Abdullah Al-Hussain, to make sure that the world sees and hears what occurred in Karbala. Likewise, we need to take everything we've learned during these nights of Muharram. We need to take all the lessons that were learnt, that were spread, all the principles that were established within this month, and apply it on ourselves first and foremost. Those tears that we shed, let's take them as covenants between us and Imam Sahib al-Asri wa Zaman, the person that is crying tears of blood for this tragedy of Abu Abdullah Al-Hussain. Let us not go backwards to what we used to be before this Muharram. And indeed, let us move forward to where the Imam wants us to be next Muharram. And just like Sayeda Zaynab had patience within her life, and her tragedy in itself starts from today. Likewise, how Sayeda Zaynab applied patience to her life, let it be a lesson to us to apply patience in our life, whether it be our spouses, our children, our parents, our circles, our communities. Let us apply patience. Just like Sayeda Zaynab utilized her knowledge to uphold the message, to spread the message, to solidify the sacrifice. Let us use our knowledge and let us gain more knowledge in order for us to first apply within ourselves, spread to those that are alongside us in our circles and to the community. Just like Sayeda Zaynab, alayha afdal salati wa salam, went through trials and tribulations, but she saw the most important thing is to be the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whenever something of a calamity befalls us, like it befell Sayeda Zaynab, we need to do that which Sayeda Zaynab did on the 10th at night when she goes between all the bodies of her beloved. And she raises the body of Abu Abdullah and what remains of that body that was trampled. And what does she say? Oh Allah, accept from us this sacrifice. Many times in life that we'll find ourselves in very difficult situations that we may think to ourselves that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't love us because of something that was difficult to bear. Could be a death, a disease, loss of position, loss of money, anything that we may look at to be something that may be a trial within our life. You say maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put it there to test. And the way in which I will uphold this test and pass this test is by taking Sayeda Zaynab as a role model in this particular situation, where I say, oh Allah, accept me. Oh Allah, I know that you're going to reward me for my patience if I am patient. Let's take this and say to ourselves, we want to be closer next Muharram to being part and parcel of the army and of the companions and of the followers and of the lovers of Imam Sahib al-Asri wa